to Shadow Mystic Tarot. Today we are asking the universe, what are you manifesting? And if you were drawn to path number 1, represented by the Ace of Pentacles from the Modern Witch Tarot, then this message is for you. So first we're going to pull some oracle cards from the Sacred Spirit deck as well as the Moonology deck, and then we're going to get into some tarot. And after that, we're going to wrap up the reading with some positive affirmations from the Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck. So let's get to it. So I really enjoy shuffling the decks to kind of get myself into a trance and focused on the reading. So today we are asking the universe, what does path number 1, what is path number 1 manifesting? Okay, we're going to pull 2 here. Wow. Kundalini Rising. Galactic Healer. Let's see what else. Now 2 from the Moonology. What is path number 1 manifesting in the universe? Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So you have received Kundalini Rising, ignite your passion for life with the number 22. So you could be a life path 22 or life path number 2. You could be a life path number 11. You could be a life path number 4. So you're probably igniting, what you're manifesting in the universe is igniting some kind of new passion in your life. Something that has opened your mind and made you start to realize that there's something to be excited for, something that you're awakening inside you, this kind of creativity, this passionate beginning for life, this feeling of waking up and being excited. You've also received communication is key, a new moon in Gemini. So new moons are always about setting our intentions, right? So communication is key. We can see what that's about. That could be communication with your interpersonal relationships, or it could be that you're starting to communicate with others and start to form connections with others that you haven't had before. That's starting to open up your mind. You know, you could, maybe you're a bit of an introvert, or maybe you haven't had a lot of people in your life or any close friends or relationships, you know, outside of your family or things of this nature. And it could be a time where you're starting to open up and communicate, right? Because there's some kind of release happening here, moving forward with an open mind. So you're opening up. And it's igniting your passion for life. It's making you feel more excited. This kind of connection and communication that you're having with others. And we can find out what else it is that you need to release here. Amazing. All right, so the Ace of Pentacles is going to act as your significator card. And the Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings, and it's about the manifestation of material and financial stability in the 3D, right? But it's not about the money, right? The focus is more on the process, or the hand that created the manifestation, that's creating the manifestation. More of a focus on that process. The start of a new beginning. It could be a business endeavor as well. But they have a lot to do with an offering from the universe, you could say. And it has a lot to do with our actions, and our actions are tied to what we're creating in the world around us, okay? So let's see what's going on here. So the first card we're going to pull will be the influence of this manifestation here, of what you're manifesting in the universe. There's some kind of communication, some kind of opening up to this new perspective, right? I know in the guidebook, this card does talk about not like seeing the light and the dark side, seeing the benefits of both, right? Because we all have our light and our dark, and those things are useful. And it's because we can also use that parts of ourselves to protect ourselves, and we can use other parts of ourselves to make connection with others, right? So I know, you know, in the guidebook, it does talk about that, if that resonates. Okay, let's see what's influencing your manifestation into the universe. Path number 1. The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a creative direction, a new creative direction. It's definitely this igniting your passion for life. So something in your life has ignited. You found some new hobby. You found a new relationship. Something has inspired you. It could be a community. It could be other people that understand you. Something of that nature. Something in the world has inspired you and ignited this passion for life, and has kind of awakened your communication, right? It's this blue energy here, which is represented by, it's the throat chakra, right? So there's some kind of release. There's some kind of release of communication, like this release of being able to connect and communicate and put yourself out there, your beliefs, right? Your ideals. And also your creativity. It's the pages always, they always usher in change. And it's very interesting that you got a Page of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles as your significator. That's a new beginning, you know? So it's really amazing. So this is going to be similar to the Celtic cross spread, the Crowley Celtic cross spread, but I'm doing it more of in a magic square. So, King of Cups. the Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. The King of Cups is what your destiny is, what your purpose in this situation, this scenario, what you're trying to manifest. And the King of Cups could be love. It also represents a very dependable person, somebody you can trust. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it certainly is a very close friendship or connection with a person that is very dependable. This could be one thing that you're manifesting. For others of you, it could be putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and being okay with that. You know, starting to feel comfortable in the uncomfortable. The King of Cups is able to live within his means. You know, he knows what he requires, and he doesn't overindulge. He has a lot of emotional wisdom and a lot of emotional intelligence. So also, at the root here, this is the foundation of the root. So the Four of Pentacles tells me that this is you kind of coming out of your shell. It looks like you've been kind of holding back. You see how she has this pentacle kind of covering her heart. So that's like kind of this holding on very tightly to, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to create or manifest, or holding back, right? And coming into this position of where now you're now like this Nine of Wands, fearlessly going towards what you want in your life. It's interesting here because in your past influences, right, what kind of brought you to this new passion for life that you're experiencing, this kind of awakening of your mind, this release of fear of being able to express your beliefs, to express your creativity, to kind of put yourself out there, because the Nine of Wands fearlessly goes after any kind of adventure. He's looking for the dragon. He's looking for Goliath. You know, the Knight of Wands is fearlessly going into the dungeon. So that's very amazing that you've come from this place of bravery, right? And over here, the Five of Swords. This is like overcoming this kind of blocked energy here. This kind of overcoming these beliefs, these limiting beliefs that you had inside you that you couldn't overcome. Because the Five of Swords can mean either a failure, or it can also mean overcoming or conquering your enemies. And to me, I really believe that you're manifesting this new passion and this new desire, and more focus on the hand that's creating that material wealth and success, not so much focused on the outcome, right, or the gain, but more focused on the process and how you're creating it. And that passion you have towards that is a creative one, and it's kind of conquering your fears of failure, right? With this Five of Swords here, it's especially with this Knight of Wands, you might be afraid to kind of put yourself out there, put your creativity on full blast for people to critique, for people to have an opinion about. But you're fearlessly going towards that regardless. And that's really amazing for you. That's, and it's strengthening your ability to communicate and also make connections with others and feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations. They're going to start getting easier for you. And you're going to start to develop more emotional wisdom, emotional intelligence, and you're going to be able to communicate that, right? Because you're starting to release you're releasing there's a lot of blue here, all right? A lot of blue happening here. So I'm getting this kind of release. So it's this kind of lesson to be confident in your emotions, even when you're in fear or even feeling anger. The King of Cups is confident and he accepts what he feels, right? And he understands his emotions and where they're coming from. He doesn't let his emotions govern his actions. Okay? So that's really amazing. Okay, so now we're going to pull 4 more cards. And they're going to kind of represent the 4 cards that are in the Celtic cross spread. The first one is going to be how you see yourself, seeker, path number 1. Okay? The position you're in right now and how you view yourself and how that relates to what you're manifesting in the universe. So you're certainly manifesting this courage to go after what you desire, to put your creativity out there, to be able to communicate to others what you're thinking and the kind of things, the things that you're putting together or piecing together as you develop as a person. It's like your story of this development and overcoming of this kind of holding back, that holding your nature, your true self, your expression, your creative expression back is starting to be, you're starting to overcome that. And it's igniting this new passion in your life. It's giving you a different perspective and opening your mind to different opportunities and also different connections. Yeah, it could also be that you have an underlying like worry about this financial situation. And it's just too much, right? It can also be a burden when you're too tied to the outcome of a particular situation. Now, I know we got to pay our bills. I get all that. But there's nothing wrong with like moonlighting or having to, doing one thing or the other, but we can't be too tied to the outcome. And we also have to be more tied to the process and the practical, taking one step at a time, being in the present, not thinking so much and being too critical of ourselves, right? When we're trying to make things happen. Sometimes you're kind of in between when you're in this new phase of creation with the Page of Wands here. This is a kind of energy where you have so much fire, you're igniting, you have so much passion, and it's kind of like misdirected, right? It's kind of like not sure which direction to go. It's all over the place. Like you could just want to be experimenting and experiencing all kinds of different things in your life. And that's totally okay, because you should be doing that. You need to explore what makes you tick, what drives your passion, what ignites your life, right? You need to explore those things about yourself. Sometimes, you go about your life doing so much for others and you really don't have time to explore yourself, or you're so busy building, with your career or work or whatever role that that you play in your life. You're so busy with that sometimes we kind of forget what we are passionate about. What is that thing that makes us tick, that we love doing every single day? The High Priestess, okay? This is your environment. That's a great card for that. You could be traveling. Okay. Hopes and fears. Potential outcome and advice. Another page here. Wow. What's this? Okay. Yeah, so the High Priestess. So this is you kind of exploring the inner depths of your subconscious mind, trying to understand where these kind of, where your knots are so that you can untangle them, right? This is you gaining control of your outer self and how you project that onto others, making sure that it's coming from a place of authenticity and not a place of like fear or anxiety, and how you talk or how you communicate, right? You're trying to find your authentic voice. Okay, with this communication, you're trying to find, I feel like I'm hearing like niche. You're trying to find your niche. I'm getting that kind of vibe with this here. And there's, there's this kind of, you feel like something is kind of hidden from you. But there's some kind of knowledge within that you're trying to express outside of yourself, or that you want to express outside of yourself. And the Six of Swords, this can mean, some of you might be traveling. This is a card of travel, but this is also a card of moving to calmer waters. And this card came out in the position of what's happening around you in your environment. So you're moving out of this more turbulent environment and moving towards calmer waters, and moving to a place where you feel more comfortable and stable. You've learned a lot of lessons. And you're taking those lessons with you, but you're not taking the baggage here. Okay. So that's what the Six of Swords is. It's a very positive card of moving forward, of going on to the next level, right? So that's what you're manifesting in your life. You're moving to the next level. You're moving out of these difficult emotions, right? Because there's a lot of turbulent water here, okay? But then these two cards represent stability within the turbulence. Getting through the turbulent times, right? Having the courage to do so, and the virtue to believe in what you're doing. To really find that your voice and your message and what drives you, There's some kind of healing that needs to happen here for you to kind of be able to find your unique voice, right? That's what I keep hearing. I think I said it like 5 times. And over here, in your hopes and fears, you have the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a feeling of being trapped, a feeling of not being able to escape. But the Eight of Swords reminds us that it's all in our head. It's all an illusion. You can easily free yourself, and the situation isn't as bad as you think, So I think you kind of have this fear of not being able to escape, right? Not being able to break free, to fly out of that bird cage, right? And over here, you have the Page of Swords, which is your advice. The Page of Swords to me is kind of like the fake it till you make it card. And I don't mean that in a negative way. That this is a brave girl here. She may be new to the situation at hand. She may be stepping into a new beginning, a new direction, a new journey. She knows what she does not know. She does look a bit worried on this card because she knows she's not completely skilled or adept. But that knowing gives her an advantage, right? Because she knows that cliff, right, is right there. And if you step off that cliff, you might fall to your death. I don't mean to be dramatic, but I'm just saying, like, she's aware. She's not like the fool card that's standing on a cliff who doesn't really realize that there's a cliff there, right? She knows what she doesn't know. She doesn't know what's at the bottom of that cliff, but she knows it might be a little bit too risky to just sleep off that cliff, right? She's trying to discern the situation at hand. So this is like stepping into your truth. having the bravery to go into that new direction and learn as you go. You know, whenever you're stepping into something new, you're never going to really, you can read a million books about it. You can watch a bunch of videos, but you're never going to really know until you do it, right? And you're going to find your own way, your own creativity. You're going to be making some kind of connections or communications. There's some kind of release of a fear that this release of communication and being able to convey your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your creativity, your desire, your passion for what it is that you're trying to create. You know, it could be a business, it could be a creative endeavor, whatever it is. It's definitely something you're trying to manifest. It's something that you're trying to grow. Awesome. All right. Path number 1. Let's pull a Spirit of the Animal Oracle card for you. What is path number 1? What are they manifesting in the universe? Path number 1. Manifesting. What do they need to know? You receive the grizzly bear. Power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Okay? That's definitely this card here, the 6 of Swords. Okay? Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Exactly. Not giving up. Really focusing on those practical steps. Igniting your passion for life. Having an open mind as you move forward to be able to follow your intuition and go where your heart pulls you. All right, path number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Bye. Hello, soul seekers, and welcome to Shadow Mystic Tarot. In today's reading, we will be asking the universe what you are manifesting. And if you were drawn to path number 2, represented by the Ace of Pentacles from the Light Seers Tarot, then this message is for you. So first, we're going to pull some cards from the Sacred Spirit Oracle and then the Moonology Oracle. Then we'll get into some tarot. And after that, we'll pull a Spirit of the Animal Oracle card to end the reading with positive affirmations. So let's get to it. So first I'm going to pull the Sacred Spirit Oracle card. To get a theme for your reading, we're going to pull 2 cards from this deck to figure out what is it that you're manifesting in the universe. Path number 2. So what are you manifesting in the universe? Lead the way, light your own path. Interesting. Let's see what else. Ooh. This one wants to pop out. Love and light, act with care. Thank you for those. Let's pull some Moonology Oracle. Yeah, you see this Ace of Pentacles, he's caring for that seed. I was really drawn to him nurturing the seed, or this person, doesn't have to be him. This kind of nurturing of something, this planting of seeds and nurturing it. You could be worked on this manifestation for a while now. It's lighting your own path, right? So to me, that means just going your own way and acting with care, right? Really putting some love and intention into this. So let's see what else. Be bold and make the first move. Very interesting. So you received be bold and make the first move. The cardinal moon here. That goes a lot with this leading the way and lighting your own path. Your own path. That's like being bold. And you see the stag here. It's a very sacred animal. If you remember from the Game of Thrones, the white stag, it was said, there was a legend that if a white stag was hunted, then they would become king or something to the effect of that. So they're very sacred, and it's a lot of like leadership energy here. And it's like keeping the faith, right? I love this. You also have this beautiful butterflies here. So there's some kind of transformation, right? Just like a seed transforms and grows into something, it's blossoming. So whatever it is that you're manifesting is starting to blossom. Yeah, there's some kind of action that needs to be taken here. Be bold, make the first move. All right, so let's get into some tarot. So the Ace of Pentacles is going to act as your significator. And in this particular Ace of Pentacles, as I mentioned earlier, you can see that the seed is being nurtured and it's been cared for. It's been, yeah, act with care. You putting love and light into what you're manifesting in the universe. And, you know, with this, yeah, this kind of having faith in your dreams, it's because you kind of have to plant seeds and wait for them to grow. And you can only do so much, right? You can only put your care and intention into whatever it is that you're manifesting and you're wanting to create in the universe. And you're having faith in that your efforts, right, will lead the way, will light your own path and allow you to be able to live life on your own terms, right? Okay, let's see. The first card we're going to pull is going to be what is influencing your manifestation. It could also be considered a challenge, but let's see. Wow, the Ace of Swords. I like to actually put it like this. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. This is some kind of clarity here. This truth, a realization. You could be writing a book, you know, because the Ace of Swords can also be the written word. And this, you know, it's something that takes a really long time. This could be some kind of story or some kind of book or something like that you've worked on for a really long time. Really amazing. Let's see what else. The Knight of Cups. Wow. I pulled the Knight of Cups in path number 1. One's reading as well with a different deck, with a different tarot deck. So it's very interesting in the same position. Oh, actually it was a King of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. There could be some kind of message coming in. Like a courting. Let's see what else. The Hermit. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Hangman. Yeah. This is a shift in perspective here. You've had some kind of change in your perspective and what it is you're creating. Like if you're writing, you've had, and maybe it's a romance novel. This is an example of whatever it is that you've been working on, you've been kind of nurturing and handling with care and putting a lot of attention into it. You know, it's like if you're, or it could also be a relationship with the Knight of Cups here. Like if you've been, maybe you have like a very close friendship and you're starting to see them more as a romantic partner. If you're looking for love, if this is resonating with you, if you're not, you know, creating a book or, you know, some kind of magnum opus, some kind of great work, then it could be love. It could be seeing a relationship you have with a different perspective. Right? It could also be that you're going in some kind of new direction in what it is that you're creating, or you're having a different perspective and you're making a different you're making a bold move. It looks like you might be taking the lead here. Yeah, so the Knight of Cups in your higher purpose, your destiny. This could be a connection. This could be somebody in your life that is coming towards you. But the Knight of Cups also is very similar in the Rider-Waite to the Death card. And to me, the Knight of Cups is like the energy of fearlessly going into a risky situation because it's worth the risk. Because, you know, it's kind of like, you know that you could fall in love with somebody and you could possibly get hurt, but you're willing to take that risk. You know, if you go and you put all your heart and your soul into whatever it is that you're creating, your magnum opus, right? Your great work, that it could be rejected, right? But it's the message here is to have faith in your dreams here, to light your own path and be bold, right? In the actions you take. And the Hierophant here, with the Hangman and this Ace of Swords with what you're manifesting, it's like this new idea and this kind of realization about something. And I'm kind of really drawn here to this stairway to heaven. The Hierophant also represents tradition. So, you know, with the Ace of Swords, it's like seeing things with more clarity. And maybe you were kind of approaching things from a more traditional approach, right? And now you're kind of, you know, because this particular Hierophant isn't your typical priest, you know, that you would find in your Rider-Waite. They are a spiritual teacher, but they do speak the word of God. They see the value in tradition and ritual, right? So this is also about ritual, setting up a routine, okay? And sticking to it. Yeah, I think that you might have had this ritual or a particular way or some kind of vision in the way you wanted, you saw something, or it could be a relationship. Maybe you had a different perspective of a relationship that's shifting, or it could also be, you know, a magnum opus or something that you're writing or creating, where you're starting to think differently about it. You know, it could be whatever it is you're creating in 3D or manifesting. It could be a business. Like you could have thought that, oh, you know what? I'm going to go this direction instead for my business. And the Ace of Swords could just be a different way of communicating. So you could, you know, if this is more from a business perspective, this could be a different way of you communicating to, you know, prospective clients. Like kind of breaking away from, you know, the traditional way or what everybody else is doing, right? Like I said, you can watch a a bunch of videos on all kinds of stuff, but that doesn't mean you're going to really know how to do it, or until you actually, you know, start doing it. And then you're going to, and then, you know, having that open kind of mind, acting with care, making bold decisions, and kind of standing, how do you say, standing outside of the pack, or being noticed, right? Standing out, I guess is what I mean. Being able to stand out, being able to have your particular message or niche, right? And the Queen of Pentacles here, this is a woman that's very stable, very abundant, very capable of growing wealth around her. And this is at your root or your foundation. But she's also very focused on, you know, that pentacle. She could at times be a bit too materialistic. And I'm not necessarily saying you're materialistic. It's more of like, you know, we all got to pay our bills, right? But if we're so worried about the outcome, right, that can kind of hinder our growth and our development, you know? So I think you're having this kind of new perspective and not being so fixed either, because this is an earth energy as well. It's also a very comfortable energy. So there's some kind of getting out of your comfort zone here with the Hierophant. This is like a break in tradition for me, because I'm not really reading reversals, but I'm just looking at it with this Ace of Wands is like this kind of clarity here, and kind of fearlessly taking a bold move here with the Knight of Cups, okay? So let's see where you see yourself, path number 2, and how you're manifesting the situation here. Let's see what you're manifesting in the universe, life path number 2. Path number 2, the World. There's a completion. There's an ending. There's an ending to a chapter and a new beginning. You're about to unlock your true potential here, you know? This joy that you're about, you know? You found this kind of clarity and you found this clarity in your direction, and you're kind of coming to this completion and this turning of the page and ending a chapter and going on to the next chapter. Maybe you could have felt stuck, and now something's like kind of awakened in you. That's kind of some kind of clarity, some kind of new perspective and new direction. Temperance. Very interesting. These two cards to me are so related. To be honest, I haven't really touched on exactly why. It's just something about it. The Temperance card here in this position, it represents your environment, what's going on around you. There could be some call to have patience, or you've had patience. It's also this, it could also be this perfectionist vibe, right? Like trying to be too perfect, or being too perfect about a situation, because the Temperance card is trying to mix the perfect formula here. But there's definitely some beauty in what you're creating and what you're mixing, or whatever it is that you're brewing up, or whatever plan you're cooking. There's something very interesting and divine about it here with the Temperance card and the Hierophant. There's something spiritual about it. The Temperance card is also about alchemizing, turning the darkness into light, or mixing two substances together to create another. It's the card of transmutation. So there's something you're changing, your idea, you're changing your perspective in your direction, and kind of where you're headed, and how you're seeing things, and kind of stepping away from the traditional way of doing things, or how everyone says you're supposed to do it. And it's coming, and it's really bringing you to this place of the World card, where you're completing this big chapter in your life, and you're kind of leveling up here. You are leveling up here. All right. Let's see what else. It's really amazing. The Five of Pentacles and your hopes and fears. And the Sun. Look at you. Shining. Look at you shining. Happiness and joy. in your future here. Don't be afraid to shine. Don't be afraid to be bold. The sun has so much energy. There's so much joy and happiness, right? And over here with the Five of Pentacles and your hopes and fears, there's some kind of fear that you're going to be left out in the cold, that you're not going to be noticed. You're not going to be recognized for your hard work. You know, you could have been through a lot of financial hardships, you know, through this endeavor, what it is that, you know, what you're really putting care and love and intention into, your magnum opus, this particular relationship. It could be that you're afraid you may be rejected. But it's something about taking that bold move and making the first step, being the first one to go in this kind of new direction that you've realized, this kind of break from tradition. Like everyone says, hey, I'm supposed to do things a certain way. And you're saying, no, no, no. I found another way. I found a better way. I found a smarter way. And it's also about having faith in your dreams here, path number 2, and believing yourself as you're going through the process. Right? You've already worked so hard. You've already come so far. It's really amazing, path number 2. So let's end here with a positive affirmation from the Spirit of the Animal Oracle. So what does path number 2 need to know about what they're manifesting in the universe? What is path? Oh, this one wants to come out. Oh, I love this for you. Path number 2. You received the ladybug. Have you seen a ladybug lately? It is spring. So you received the ladybug. Good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Look at that. The Sun card is a yes. So if you've been doubting or you've been thinking like, should I take this new direction? Is my idea a good one? The Sun card to me is saying, yes, go for it. Also, be bold. Make the first move. Okay, light your own path. Have faith in your dreams. Good luck is on your side. All right, path number 2. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Bye. Hello, soul seekers, and welcome to Shadow Mystic Tarot. Today we are asking the universe what it is that you're manifesting. And if you were drawn to path number 3, represented by this Ace of Pentacles from the Gilded Tarot, then this message is for you. So first we're going to pull some Sacred Spirit Oracle and some Moonology Oracle to get a theme for your reading. Then we'll get into some tarot. And after that, we'll pull a positive affirmation to end the reading from the Spirit of the Animal Oracle. So let's get to it. So what is path number 3 manifesting in the universe? This one wants to come out. So let's take it. It came out when I was shuffling earlier. It wanted to come out too, so I'm just going to take it. What does path number 3? What are they manifesting in the universe? What is path number 3 manifesting in the universe? What is path number 3 manifesting? Eternal union, new love is forming. Beautiful. Spirit messages, observe limitations. You could be visited by birds. That could be significant for some of you. Spirit messages. Wow, there's some kind of new love in the air. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. There could be something with love and some kind of fear surrounding past love relationships. And I think the Spirit messages card could be something about realizing some of the limitations you've had in love because of some kind of fears or some kind of past experience that you might have had in a love relationship. Yeah. This could be also a deeper connection with yourself, because, you know, the internal union is giving me the Two of Cups or the Lover's card vibe here. So you could be manifesting a connection with yourself, integrating that anima and that animus, right? Realizing your shadows, your limitations, and working through your fears. So it could be a new love for self, or it could be a new love forming with another. It could also be a new love forming in a particular career or a creative endeavor. There's something that you love, some new love that you've found in your life, right? What else for path number 3? What are they manifesting in the universe? It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Yeah, the Scorpios are, it's like that going forward, because it's that crustacean too as well in the moon card that you see coming out of the water and going onto land. Like I say, it must have been an amazing feat for the first crustacean, to the first sea creature, to attempt to walk on land, to kind of, you know, have that higher perspective here with this spirit messages, with this cute bird here. Kind of looks like a gackle, a boat-tailed gackle. Number 7, number 6. Wow, progress. Because you have the 6 to the 7. Very interesting. So let's get into tarot. So the Ace of Pentacles will act as your significator, and it will be at the, ooh, this one wanted to come out, so we're going to pull that first. But in this, well, you know, when I was first looking at this particular Ace of Pentacles, here we have a stag, and the stag represents a leader. It's the symbol of like a king. It's a very sacred animal. So I was thinking you could be coming into some kind of new role, and that may resonate for you. But let's see. This one wanted to come out here. 10 of Swords. Wow. There could have been some kind of past betrayal here. And it's like you're manifesting the end of this painful thing that was happening in your past. Something's coming to an end. Because the 10 of Swords can represent a death of an ego. If that is that resonation with forming this new love, this inner union with yourself. It's the card of resurrection and completion of a painful past, or something, some kind of betrayal, or something that was very, very hurtful in the past. It's the ending of that, and there's some kind of new beginning, a transformation, a rebirth, a renewal. So you're manifesting a renewal from a hardship in your past. And I think it's kind of linked here to this working through your fears. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what else. Four of Swords. So reflection. This is also another card. This is in your lesson, your destiny, your higher purpose. The struggles that you're going through in your life. It's the Four of Swords is this rest after battle, right? This hardship, this really difficult time. And with the 10 of Swords here in your challenge, or what's kind of influencing this manifestation, this new love that it's forming. So there could have been some hardship that you went through in the past, and then you're kind of releasing these fears. You're working through these fears and forming a love relationship with yourself. This is a healing card. Okay, so this is your lesson, is to learn to heal and soothe yourself. This is also a very self-soothing card. And you see how he has the other sword beneath him? That is his secret weapon. That is what he's learned, you know, from all the battles and trials and tribulations that he's been through in his life, which has made him a very formidable opponent, a very formidable human being. Knights are very triumphant, right? They seek glory, and they seek victory. So there's some kind of healing, there's some kind of lesson being learned from this healing of these past experiences and lessons that were learned. So let's see what else is going on here. The Star, more healing here. This is hope, okay? This is hope coming in for you here. This is a wish upon a star. Having hope. Let's see what else. The Ace of Cups. I really do believe you've been praying for something. You've been praying to become healed. And you're becoming healed because you're taking actions, right? You're taking action to work through your fears. And I feel like this is a forming of this new love with yourself, this new love, you know, and that can also manifest with love outside of ourselves. Like once we begin to love ourselves within, then we can love ourselves without, truly, right? First, we have to really love ourselves, and then we can truly love others, right? So you might be like, you know, maybe the birds are speaking to you. You're starting to be able to observe and realize your limitations and what you need to work through to overcome your fears. And the Ace of Cups is this blessing from the universe, right? It's this prayer that's been answered, especially with the Star card. I was definitely getting that vibe. So this is some kind of prayer. This is the root, the foundation. There's a prayer. You've been praying for some blessing, and your blessing is going to be answered, some kind of new beginning, this release from this pain. But it's also the actions you're taking here. This time to take action. It looks like you've been moving forward, taking action to work through your fears, to recognize the signs and synchronicities, to observe your limitations, to let your intuition guide you. Okay, having hope and faith. Three of Cups. That's a celebration. That's a community. There could have been a community in your past, or a group of people. It could have been family. It could be sisters. It could be siblings. Yeah, it could have been a group of people, an interpersonal relationship. The Three of Cups is also a celebration. It's also a celebration from a long harvest. You know, it's and other people cheering for your success. So this might have been kind of absent in your life. Haven't really had those cheer for you, or kind of be on your side or cheer for your success. It could have been something of that nature. You've been kind of praying for some kind of change. This could also mean overindulgence here, that you could be healing from that. You know, or there could be people around you. You've been praying that somebody that you love and you care for dearly, it's like this rekindling of a relationship. Maybe they had an addiction issue or something to the effect of that they're healing from, they're recovering from, okay? Because the Four of Swords is this recovery card. With the Star card, it can also be healing there. So it could be that as well. you know, if you're getting over any kind of, you know, because we all have our addictions, right? We all have things that, I mean, we're all addicted to food and to begin with. So it's like in our nature to have these rituals and have these things, but it looks like you're definitely healing from that. You're releasing yourself through these burdens, through these fears. You've been praying for strength. You've been praying to God for some blessing, for some kind of rekindling in a romantic relationship, or rekindling of a love for yourself, okay? And you've been taking action to work through your fears, so that's really good for you. Okay, let's see. Temperance, another healing. Look at you, healing yourself. You're having patience. You're working through, you're alchemizing. Temperance came out for life path number 2 as well. You're alchemizing, you're transmuting. You're taking the action to work through your fears, and you're turning them into your strengths, okay? The 10 of Wands. Yeah, a long journey. Look at this. An ending. There's a completion, a big completion. There's, you know, something that is being released, a burden. A burden. And you're almost there. There's more stags here. Look at that. There's more stags. They're cheering him on. The spirit animals. You know, you could be feeling like, you know, you have spirit guides and guardians that kind of talk to you through nature, that are seeing you through. You might be seeing stags. You might be seeing deer here. There's a lot of healing energy. There's a lot of releasing of your burdens, of going to accomplishing this long journey ahead. There's things around you that you need to release that aren't your problems, because this is coming out in your environment and what's happening, like things that are kind of out of your control. So there might be some kind of burden or something that's been a difficult thing to have on your shoulders that's being released. All right, with the Star card is such a positive card, and the Temperance with the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. This is a healing energy. So you're manifesting healing. You're manifesting this kind of release of a burden, or there's through working through your fears, you're overcoming something in your life that was a difficult obstacle. Something that you felt kind of burdened by, something that was tying you down. You know, and I gave a few examples, but it could resonate for you in different ways, you know, because this is a collective reading, okay? So you got to use your intuition and let the cards guide you. Let's see what else. The Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles here, in your hopes and fears. Very knowledgeable. It's also like the peacock is very flamboyant, and it can, you know, peacocking, right? It can raise a lot of jealousy. So it's like it also brings a message of humility here. So you could like have a fear of being like targeted, right? Yeah, this is somebody who wants to make a difference. The Page of Pentacles. You're hoping that you can make a difference. You want to be able to make a difference in your life. You're going on a new journey. This is definitely a new beginning, a completion of an old chapter, and you're kind of starting over here. You're manifesting a new beginning. Some new love is forming with yourself, or, you know, with another, where you're going on this new, you're going towards this new direction, a new journey. And you've learned a lot of lessons, because the Page of Pentacles is extremely knowledgeable, very studious, and they want to take that pentacle and they want to make it into something that they can share. right? With others. They want to create it. They want to make it into something that others will find valuable. Right? It's all about wanting to make a difference and wanting to learn. It's ushering in change here with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Okay? And the Five of Swords. I believe I pulled that for path number 1. It's funny how the cards kind of come out. But this is overcoming your fear of the failure. This is overcoming your fears, okay? This is a card of conquering those parts of yourself that were holding you back, that were making you, where you had these burdens, right? Yeah, you know, and if you've had people that kind of hurt you in the past and you're kind of overcoming that, you're conquering that, whatever kind of fears that you may have had in the past, you're starting to have a new relationship with yourself or a divine connection. Some new love is forming, an eternal union. It could either be with self or with someone else, or it could be, you know, in a new project or new endeavor. And so let's end with a positive affirmation, path number 3. What is life path number 3 manifesting? Do they need to know about what they're manifesting? Always prepared, the squirrel. I was seeing a lot of squirrels a weekend ago. Squirrel, always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful fun and disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. So stay prepared, you know, have balance, right? In hard work and hard play. You know, I was getting a feeling of an indulgence here, right? Because this is a play card. So maybe in the past you'd like to celebrate a lot, you'd like to go out a lot, right? You like to party. And you might be moving away from that, right? You're starting to know when to work, when to play, when to hold back, when to go forward. But you're very cheerful, you're very fun to be around, right? Just the way that you are. And don't let anything take you off course in moving towards this new beginning and this release of this burden, this prayer that has been answered for you, in taking action and removing those blockages. And that's what I have for you, life path number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Bye.